given on how, and this is the time for you guys. आपके पास टाइम है. You are a student. You are gonna be hitting the industry very soon. आपके पास टाइम है कि आप अपने आप को स्किल्स अपग्रेड करो. यही टाइम है. Put everything. I'll challenge you कि एक बार आप अभी आप एफर्ट पुट करोगे तो you will see the results in the coming year and you will be proud of yourself कि अरे मैंने उस टाइम में मेहनत किया था और आज आई एम होल्डिंग दिस. तो मैंने जैसा बताया कि लेगेसी बनने टाइम लगता है. आप लोगों को 10 साल के बाद 15 साल के बाद में यू वांट दैट जस्ट समवन शुड रिकॉग्नाइज यू विद योर वर्क. अरे ये बंदा बहुत अच्छा काम करता है, ही हैज डिलीवर्ड सो मेनी प्रोजेक्ट्स, ही हैज अ टैलेंट. आज इंडस्ट्री में वही देखा जाता है कि आपको आपका वैल्यू बताना पड़ेगा. बट वैल्यू कैसे बनेगा? आपके काम से बनेगा. जस्ट बोलने से इधर बोलने से कुछ नहीं होता. आई कैन इंप्रेस यू फॉर 5 minutes, हाफ एन आवर में इंप्रेस करके चले जाऊंगा, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? बट व्हाट मैटर्स इज कि मैं एग्जैक्टली कर क्या रहा हूं. इफ आई एम नॉट एबल टू कंट्रीब्यूट टू योर करियर, मेरे इधर आने का कुछ मतलब ही नहीं है. दिस इज व्हाट आई फील राइट नाउ. And the last one is very very important. It's not just for the career, it's for your lifetime. मैं बता रहा हूँ. Rejections are gonna happen in life. होता है. आपके भी पहला अटेम्प्ट इंटरव्यू फेल हो गया, दूसरा अटेम्प्ट इंटरव्यू फेल हो, कोई बात नहीं. मैं खुद कितने बार फेल हुआ. But what I did, okay, कुछ तो लर्निंग करने मिला. I used to go back. I used to write some notes. अरे यार ये पूछा नहीं, तुमको समझा नहीं. Okay, go back. मैं स्पेशली कंप्यूटर लैंग्वेज में मैं बता रहा हूँ. When we read a line ना, we feel that अरे ये ऐसा करता होगा, but नहीं. When you actually practice, तो पता चलेगा वो ऐसा नहीं करता, कुछ और तरीके से करता है. Because computer line is all about practice. अगर आप लोग प्रैक्टिस नहीं कर रहे हो तो मतलब you are actually wasting your time. जस्ट पढ़ के मत जाओ, वो पढ़ने के बाद में गो बैक स्टडी. अभी तो कंप्यूटर इतना सस्ता वैसा हो गया, हमारे जमाने में बहुत ज्यादा महंगा था. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 20 years back. So rejection is debugging. You should debug your rejections. See where you went wrong. In fact, I would say that fail fast. We also use this theory of fail fast. आप जल्दी से फेल हो जाओ तो बेटर रहेगा, rather than failing at the last moment. अगर किसी को लग रहा है कि yes, I have not understood, you try to understand the theories right away. अभी टाइम है आपके पास में, before you hit industry. आप लोग कर लीजिए. Okay, so now this is the most important because I think when I started my career 20 years back, fintech companies were there at that time. तभी भी थे, and that was an era where the entire processes were getting digitalized. हमारे ज़माने में there was a huge requirement from India because they wanted a people or workforce that can actually do digitalization for the companies. 15-20 साल ये digitalization हो चुका है. अब all the companies are having huge number of data with them. So that was a phase where we 80% of the industries actually have to want digitalization because और उसका classic example क्या है? Your UPI. आप पैसे ट्रांसफर करते हो from your wallet. What is that? Digitalization. Why digitalization was important at that time? You know what? Because it is all about speed. Computer is all about what? Technology is all about speed. So पैसा एक ट्रांसफर से दूसरे कंट्री से immediately ट्रांसफर हो जाता है. Easy to manage, easy to store. You can store a huge number of data in a small space. Of course, it has its own challenges. Digital cyber security challenges अलग हो गए, वो अलग लेवल का challenges आया because of the digitalization. But what is important is that this digitalization was so important that now we have crossed that particular level. वो era जा चुका है. वो हमने we have seen that era. Now the next era where the mass recruitments are going to happen in the fintech companies will be those who know how to use this data with the help of artificial intelligence. Data is here, but these data are going to be used for what? अगर ये data को आप use नहीं कर पाओगे तो आपके लिए garbage हो गए. Trying to understand what I'm trying to say? And this industry has all this data with them. Now the new era, your generation needs to know what companies are willing to hire those people who can bring some technology, artificial intelligence on this data. So we'll show you some examples how this data can be used and make a use case. Because eventually business, customer care, security, ये सबको आपको tackle करना है, right? So how this can be done with the help of AI is one of the examples that we'll try to give you so that you get an idea, and also give you some links where you should be going and you should be exploring yourself. I can give you some hints, direction, but आपका मेहनत सबसे ज़्यादा है उसमें. You need to understand and then go back and then try to learn from that. So we'll give you some path how to do that and so. So what I'm trying to say is that there is a huge requirement. AI आने से आपका job नहीं जाएगा, AI आने से job बढ़ेगा, provided you are scaled for that. You need to scale for that. Simple. Okay. So 20 years back, there was a huge computers थे, पुराने computers थे. People were not getting into the banking industry, fashion industries, entertainment industries. They were all maintaining a hard disk or something like that, soft disk में सब कुछ आ गया. Paper work में काम होता था. In fact, I'm from stock market right now. So what we normally did, we used to do paperwork. BVIT account जो होते थे वो paperwork होते थे. Physical form में जाके you should put. बहुत difficult था. चूहे ने खा लिया, आग लग गया, वो document गया. So we last 20 years में 15 years में entire thing got digitalization. अभी कुछ digitalization नहीं था. और अभी सर ने क्या एक चीज बोला आपको कि digitalization से आपकी चोरी आराम से पकड़ी जा सकती है. Even if I give you some transaction number and say कि मैंने fund transfer कर दिया है, it can easily be traced. कुछ इसमें rocket science नहीं है. वो fund transfer किया है, वहाँ पर ledger debit होता है, यहाँ पर credit होता है, एकदम simple science है. So this kind of forgeries तो एकदम मैं बोलूँगा कि don't never do that. Use technology for a betterment. और वो एकदम easily traceable भी हो जाता है. It is very easily traceable in digital world. I can make queries and I can come to know कब किसने क्या किया. Manipulation तो बहुत difficult है. Until someone sits and does all this manipulation, but वो manipulation करने में भी the entire chain breaks. तो अगर कोई forensic investigation बैठेगा ना, तो you'll come to know easily. It's not a rocket science, and that can only possible because things are digitalized. Already digitalized हो चुके हैं. Now AI is gonna come to actually do all these things. आपका ये चोरी भी पकड़ने का काम भी AI कर लेगा. Something is wrong बता देगा कि in this entire transaction chain of transaction from here to here, पहले से लेके अभी तक everything can be done by AI. So what I'm trying to say, AI is powerful, but at the same time, you should use it for in a positive manner. Okay. So I think बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया लगता है मुझे. So we'll chill down the environment. So we'll have a very quick quiz for you all. Okay. So let's try. You all are having phones. Phones allowed है कि नहीं? Campus में. Hey, allowed है? Okay. So open your phones and scan this QR code. Okay, or if not, then you can go to Mentis and वहाँ पर ये लिख कर दीजिए. And for that, I'll call upon our young team member, my team member Sahil. Please, Sahil, come here. So, purposely today I brought my team members. These are the people who have joined recently, and they are capable. They are in fact they are exploring certain things in AI. So Sahil will take you through the next presentation. He'll be more focused on how to present yourself in the market, how to make your preparations be ready, and resumes should be up to date. So that thing he'll take you from here. Sahil, over to you, Sahil. Thank you.
Thank you, Rizwan sir. Thank you for talking about the 5 mantras and explaining the growth in fintech. So guys, scan कर लो. I'll give you all a couple of minutes. And let's wake up. थोड़ा interactive करते हैं अभी. थोड़ा मजेदार हो जाएगा. You guys will relax as well, and then we'll move on.
So guys, nothing in this. आप लोगों को मार्क्स नहीं मिलने वाले हैं, ना ही आप लोगों को आपका करिकुलम में मार्क्स ऐड होने वाले हैं. It's just for fun, just to interact, to make things interaction. I would love to interact with you all. Okay, young faces, I can see the energy there in the entire house. So just have a fun. We'll have this question as some 8 questions are there. We'll have fun for that.
Sure. Ready? I'll give you all a minute more. I still see some people scanning.
नेट नहीं मिल रहा है क्या आप लोगों को?
QR scan नहीं हो रहा है guys, so you can always go on menti.com and enter the code there.
Menti.com. Menti.com.
So, are we ready?
Is it visible for all? Huh? So can you raise your hands so that I come to know how many are ready? Raise your hands. So you're able to see the first question? Great. Okay.
Okay guys, so first question. Which data structure works on the principle of first in, first out?
अरे ये बोलना नहीं है
आंसर बताना नहीं है.
स्टार्ट ये तो बोलना नहीं है
So let's see कितने लोग right answer. 66 responses. कितने लोगों ने स्टैक बोला by the way? स्टैक में डालोगे तो फर्स्ट एंड फर्स्ट स्टार्ट होएगा कि फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट स्टार्ट होएगा? आंसर नहीं पता था, just think.
Hello? So, 40 responses so far, guys. किसको लग रहा है आंसर लिंक लिस्ट है? Wait one more minute for some more responses.
कॉपी नहीं करना है we should not give more time to the chat GPT करेंगे.
Okay, guys, shall we move on? So most of you went with stack and queue. अभी भी responses आ रहे हैं. I'll give you all some more time. Very close, very close. लिंक लिस्ट मत डालो यार. Okay. So 80 responses out of 89, that's pretty good. Let us see the correct answer. So जिनने भी Q दिया था, you guys were right. Good job. Let's move on to the next question. In object-oriented programming, what does inheritance mean? So first option है creating multiple objects from one class. Second option is one class acquiring properties and methods of another class. Third is hiding implementation details, and fourth is writing the same function name but different properties. So far I have 25 responses, guys.
वो तो पीछे मुड़ रहा है, पीछे मुड़ के देख रहा है क्या आंसर दिया. पीछे मत मुड़ो. Don't discuss.
Discuss मत करो guys, and ChatGPT को बिल्कुल भी use मत करो. So 50 responses, guys. सोचो आंसर करो थोड़ा.
So next 10 count, then we'll reveal the result. 7, 6,
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
So most of you all went with one class acquiring
the properties and methods of another class. And it is the right answer. Good job. So, which of the following is not a linear data structure? Your four options are binary tree, array, linked list, and queue. Remember, question says not a linear data structure. कोई तो एक स्मार्ट बंदा है जो आंसर बोल रहा है. 36 responses, guys. So I'll give you 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So most of you all went with binary tree, and that is the right answer. Good job. सात लोगों ने आरे डाला. In object-oriented programming, what is polymorphism? Is it the ability of a class to hide data, breaking a problem into smaller modules, creating multiple copies of an object, or the ability of an object to take many forms? Okay, quiz. Zero responses are there. कुछ different है. Issue है. There.
Questions can be seen on your screens. You should ask Dr. Linker to improvise this basics. The AI कहाँ से चलेगा? Still having problem?
Yes.
Oh, that.
Nice. तो किसको लगता है थर्ड आंसर है? Show of hands. Or is it the fourth one? I see. So we have about 40-50 responses. वैसे ability of a class to hide data को क्या बोलते हैं?
Encapsulation.
Nice. So I'll start a counter, guys. 66 responses हो गए हैं. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So most of you all went with the last option, and that is the correct answer. Lots of smart students over here, guys. Good job. The next question is, what is the term for a situation where two processes are stuck waiting for each other to release resources? ये वाला आंसर तो मेरे को क्राउड से एक ऐसा कंसेंसस सुनाई दिया है. राइट है क्या रॉन्ग है मुझे नहीं पता.
एक प्रोसेस वेट करते हैं. हाँ, थर्ड क्लास में डेडलॉक सर की सब्जेक्ट में डेटा एनालिटिक्स में
54 responses, guys. 62. So count चालू करते हैं 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yes, most of you all went with deadlock and that is the correct answer. Good job.
ये किसने आंसर दिया कैशिंग?
ये तो शायद कोई मस्ती कर रहा है ग्रुप के अंदर.
हाँ कैशिंग किसने आंसर दिया? यार उसको वापस से पूरा 4 साल वापस निकालो उसका.
So, which property ensures that a database transaction is completed in its entirety or not at all? Hopefully, आप लोगों को अपने asset properties याद है. Is it isolation? Is it consistency? Is it atomicity? Or is it durability? 40 responses. जल्दी करो guys. So I will start the count now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So a lot of you all went with atomicity, some went with consistency, some went with isolation. Consistency wale, show of hands please.
Maybe right.
No, maybe right. The right answer is wrong.
So next question, which protocol is
Primarily used for
transferring
web pages.
ये आता है
Options are
SNMP and HTTP. ये वाला easy है. Expect all answers to be right here.
आता है ना आपल्याला
ये आंसर में रॉन्ग जिसको आएगा ना, जो रॉन्ग बोला उसको इधर आना पड़ेगा. ओके, वी वांट टू सी हिम.
So we have 79 responses. We can move forward. And yes, most of you gave the right answer. 4 बच्चों ने मस्ती करी है, वैसे लग रहा है. So last question for you guys. It's a simple one. इसमें भी देखो 100% right answers चाहिए ideally. How many bits are there in a single byte?
ये अगर रॉन्ग मिला ना तो डायरेक्टली आई विल आस्क टंडन सर टू डिमोट यू टू द फर्स्ट ईयर अगेन.
so 67 responses हो गए. I'll start the countdown
Now 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 2, 1.
So most of you all went with A.
चार लोग ये
Some
तेरह
of you
लोग
went
मिला
with 4. क्या लगता है कौन सही होगा? And yes, most of you guys were right. Round of applause for you guys. You did very well. काफी लोगों का correct answers था. काफी लोगों का wrong भी था.
रिजल्ट
All right. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed. It was a session which was meant to make you sure that. Hello.
So this session was session for you to interact more and थोड़ा जो tense माहौल था उसको थोड़ा lighter करने का mood था. So that's the reason why we kept this particular session. Now most important is that Sahil will take you through certain do's and don'ts, how to strengthen your resume and so on. That's journey he'll try to. This is very important for you because once you hit the industry, you need to know what exactly the skill sets you should be brushing up, and then there is an advanced part to it as well. So Sahil, you can continue.
Thank you, Rizwan sir. So, quiz से आप लोग को थोड़ा idea हो गया होगा कि where you guys stand with basics. So, moving on, कि interview room में क्या skills required होते हैं? What are the must-haves for your interview prep? तो यहाँ पे हमने 4 pillars identify करे हैं, which is also roughly what the quiz was based around. So, the technical pillars to strengthen are OOPS, DSA, SQL, and strategic projects. Okay? So I'll go over them one by one. I'll explain why these are important pillars and why we look for them as an industry. So object-oriented programming helps you create maintainable code. Whether you're writing Java, whether you're writing Python, whether you're writing in Flutter, you're always writing in object-oriented programming. So this helps you write scalable code, maintainable code, and you create code that can be reusable. So you don't have to rebuild your app every time. So it helps build code that lasts. Especially when you have a large amount of code, it helps with keeping the project maintainable. Moving on to DSA and data structures. तो ये सुन के सब डर जाते होंगे. 300 questions करना है, 200 questions करना है. What is DSA actually about? Why do you guys do DSA? It helps you build the intuition to approach problems. In simple words. वो practice करके you are not reinventing the every time you come up in a problem in the industry. It has already been approached, the pattern has been identified, and you can solve it. It helps you think in terms कि solve तो मैं कर सकता हूँ, but how do I solve it? There are different approaches to ending in the result. So वो sharpen होता है when you practice DSA, and that is what we are looking for. When आप 200-300 questions करके भूल जाओ concepts, so that is not going to help you in the long run. Moving on to the third pillar, SQL. So SQL is हमारे industries में, especially in fintech, we have a large amount of data, and data को retrieve efficiently करना, query करना, ये सब चीजें बहुत important होती है. This is why SQL is important. So you guys need to brush up your SQL, not just basic select statements, थोड़ा joins, ये सब complex चीजें भी पढ़ा करो. And finally, strategic projects. So first 3 जो हैं, ये आपने already थोड़ा बहुत dabble किया होगा, थोड़ा बहुत curriculum में पढ़ा होगा. The 4th one is the most important one, because ये आपको आपके resume में अलग दिखता है, sets you apart from the rest of the people. So how do you actually build these strategic projects? Projects जो आपको अलग दिखाते हैं. इसके लिए the easiest way is to do hackathons. So you can get started with projects through hackathons by applying for hackathons online. And the intent for hackathons is not to win, but to get that exposure. So hackathons से हमको क्या benefit मिलता है? इतना important क्यों होता है? Is it कि prize money मिलता है या internships मिल जाती है? वो सब भी है definitely. But they give you very concise problem definitions जो up to date रहते हैं, relevant रहते हैं. अभी देखो किस चीज पे project बनाना चाहिए? I don't know. But the industry has come up with a question by themselves and उन्होंने hackathon डाल दिया है. So all you need to do is apply, solve those problems, and you will get relevant skills. They will give you access to tech that जो आपके पास नहीं रहेगा. अभी, for example, AWS हो गया, cloud हो गया, ये सब चीजें paywall के पीछे होती है ना, हम लोग practice करते समय कर नहीं सकते. So you get free credits, hackathons में part लेते हो तो you get access temporary. So that experience also helps you get practice, get experience with those skills. Now hackathons will provide you various resources and आपको help करेंगे कि आपका resume non-generic, ठीक है? 24 hours के अंदर you will build something, 12 hours के अंदर you build something. Otherwise आप खुद से करने जाओगे तो it will be in the back burner एक महीने के लिए and you will forget about it. So ये 4 links है for different hackathon websites. First is DevPost. DevPost is a global hackathon website. यहाँ पे आपको if you do well in these hackathons, you can get global recognition. Second is Unstop. Unstop is also a job posting website. इसके hackathons आप जीतोगे तो there is a chance you might get converted to an internship, which is great. नहीं होता है तो you get good experience out of it. DevFolio is good for local Indian hackathons, community building, and especially Web3 related hackathons. And then you have Major League Hacking. Major League Hacking is also very good for building community, getting resources, etc. So over to Rizwan sir to talk about AI and automation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sahil. Dear students, what is important at this moment is that you need to be stay connected with your peers, what is happening in the other world. So hackathon is a very nice platform. It's a very accessible platform for you to know what exactly is happening in the industry. Because then otherwise you will feel that I was burned around, but I don't know what is the actual implementation in the industry, whether it is there or not. So hackathon, I would say that you should actually visit hackathons, and even if you don't win prizes, it's okay. You will get an experience of a real time. In fact, most of the companies, they put their problems on hackathon. Okay, they are putting. In fact, we ourselves have been in connection with IIT Bombay, where we go with our problems, and then we give the challenge to the students. So this way, this is the right way. This is the right platform where you should be trying yourself. And I would say that if you have not taken the link, we'll share this PPT with the HODs also, and then they can share with you all. And that's okay. Now, the most important topic of today's evening is, okay, I understand my technology, my practice, but now what next? The next era is of AI and automation. And by the time when I'm talking over here, there are companies, fintech companies, who are actually evolving, they're upgrading their system. And to name the one which is recently got launched is the Anthropic. Now, what is Anthropic? Anthropic is the exact answer to this combination, AI plus automation. Okay, so we have done some automation in our premises also in our company, but a combination of AI and automation is something which just was introduced recently. So we'll also have to study and we'll have to also implement, because we need to change. If you don't change yourself, then otherwise change will change you forever. So what I'm trying to say is that automation is something which I would request Nidhi to come over here. She has implemented automation within the premises. She'll talk about what is automation is all about, okay, as a separate topic. And also she will take you through one of the use cases which has been deployed in our premises. So she's been heading automation project in our company. So Nidhi, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rizwan sir. So everyone, my name is Nidhi, and I also work at Sharekhan, and I've implemented an industry automation use case which I want to talk about. Okay, so have you ever heard of RPA before? Has anyone heard of RPA? Like, can you raise your hands if anyone has? Okay, so RPA here stands for Robotic Process Automation. Now, why do we automate something? Right? We automate the manual, boring, repetitive tasks that are being currently performed by a human employee. Like अभी एक आदमी रहेगा जो बैठ के वो task daily same task रात को करेगा, same task repeat करेगा, right? So what we do is we automate it using certain technology. So automation is basically a digital employee, the digital employee who does the work for you. Now, what does it help us with? Right? First of all, automation makes things faster. मतलब एक ह्यूमन को 1 घंटा लगेगा, बट ऑटोमेशन से वो 5 मिनट में हो जाता है. automation makes it less error prone. Like as a human, if I sit there and I enter so many things, I can mess up, right? I can enter something which is wrong, but a computer or automation will never mess up. So it is less error prone, it is faster, it is much more efficient in general. So these are two open source tools that I'm going to recommend that you guys check out after this presentation. So first of all, we have Microsoft Playwright. It's an open source tool for browser automation. And then we have Apache Airflow, and this is a tool for workflow orchestration. Now, don't get worried like ये terms तो हमने कभी सुने नहीं, because I'm going to talk about what it means exactly, right? And I have a lot of pictures so you can understand what it does. Okay, so first of all I'm going to talk about Playwright. अभी Playwright क्या करता है? वो automate करता है कि जो भी interaction browser के साथ होता है. तो आपके browser के साथ क्या क्या interaction होता है? आप एक website पे जाओगे, you enter certain credentials like your username, password. You click on the login button, you reach the website. You navigate like एक drop down menu आएगा. You navigate कौन से folder पे पहुंचना है, किधर जाना है. Again, you go to certain files, you download certain things. Like these are the interactions you have on a website, right? Like you enter details, text box में, ये सब. तो ये जो सारे browser interaction details है, that is what Playwright is going to automate. Like Playwright is a tool that will enter these for you. You don't need to manually sit there and enter those. So it will do it in nanoseconds. Like the bot goes to the website, it enters the details, it logs in, it downloads files, and it does everything. So एक जन बैठ के नहीं करना पड़ता. That is the main use of Playwright. Okay, second, I'm going to talk about Airflow. Okay, what is a workflow exactly? Workflow क्या होता है कि आपका एक initial step है, initial task, right? Now based on if this task is successful, we will land on this, alright, which is success path. But if this task fails, then we land. Then we're going to land on the failure path, right? So this is what a workflow is. If task 1 success होगा, so we'll come over here. If task 1 is a failure, we'll come over here. So there's a certain flow. Like ये task होगा, उसके बाद ये task होगा, ये task होगा, right? Workflow होगा. So what Airflow does is that it automates it. कि ये task के बाद ये execute होना चाहिए, ये task के बाद ये execute होना चाहिए. It automates the whole flow of it. And in each task you can see there are a lot of subtasks. Right, in task 1 we have extract data, blah blah blah, we have a lot of tasks, right? So this is what Airflow maintains. Like एक task में जो भी subtask है, it will execute those successfully. So I want to talk about an industry project which we have. So there was a process like we work in a fintech company, right? So fintech में there's a process called MCX commodity processing. तो उसमें क्या होता था ना, ये 3 बजे को होता था प्रोसेस. एक एम्प्लॉय बैठता था, वो फाइल्स के लिए लॉगिन करता था, डिटेल डालता था, बहुत सारी फाइल्स डाउनलोड करके he used to get it to a network path. Now from that network path, they have to do lot of steps, up to 20 steps. And what the steps were, like he'll have to open the file, he'll tally the count, he'll check the columns, he'll check backend में जो query से data आ रहा है, if it matches. So he used to do 20 such steps after logging in. So it used to take him around 1 hour, which is the best case scenario. Since we introduced Playwright and Airflow, it only takes 5 minutes to be done. So we don't need someone to sit there and take 1 hour to do it. अभी वो कोड के थ्रू 5 मिनट में हो जाता है, and वो रात को भी होता है 3 बजे को. So it's like end-to-end optimized. So this is how we have implemented it in the industry. So I hope you all understood what it is, and if you have any questions, you can ask at the end. I'm going to hand it over to Rizwan sir, so he can tell you a bit about the artificial intelligence one.
Thank you, Nidhi. So, dear students, what she's trying to say is that the world is changing towards automation. And with automation, we are bringing some artificial intelligence. So just imagine that it's a very deadly combination of artificial intelligence and automation. Automation was there 7-8 years back. ये कुछ नया term नहीं है industry में. But what has changed in the couple of years is that was very costly. वो बहुत costly करता है. You need to have an orchestra, will do all this management. फिर एक automation engineer लगता था, and very highly qualified, highly trained person. But now in the open source era, in fact, the reason why we are trying to showcase you is that these two things you should keep in mind. The two keywords which you wanted to say is that Playwright. Go check Playwright. How it can be automated. Like for example, you're logging, you're doing some activity on the browser, and then you're changing some passwords. all these things can be automated, and industry wants all this. Automation में आपने क्या किया? This will definitely put some effort, some weightage to your resume. मैं बता रहा हूँ. Automation is something. If you do something on the automation, we are giving you some direction that try to use Playwright. Playwright is something which is open source available. You can go study and then implement on your own. कुछ भी कर सकते हो आप उसके साथ में. You can play. A person who's sitting on the browser and doing all the activity can be done by Playwright. That is the beauty. Open source है, freely available. You can download and practice. Practice is gonna make you perfect. मैं बता रहा हूँ आप लोगों को. You need to practice. You have chosen computer line. That is totally depends upon how much you practice. Focus and practice. The second golden word which we have used is airflow. Why airflow? Because airflow actually does the entire automation. Steps का जो workflow होता है, workflow मतलब ये किया, फिर ये किया, फिर ये किया, अरे ये नहीं हुआ तो ये करो. ये workflow होता है. ये workflow को automate कर देता है airflow very easily, very simple. So you should try this two software which are open source software. We have used this software and we are using it. In fact, the implementation has been done by her in other, because once the POC is done, then we start implementing in all the processes, you know. So I would request that you should take these keywords and try it and go back and then practice this. And this is amazing tool. Okay, now the next step, the most important is AI, artificial intelligence. Now, what is artificial intelligence? अगर मैं आपको पूछूंगा कि yes, you want to do AI, want to learn? You will say yes, I want to learn. Everyone wants to learn, but artificial intelligence can't be learned just by directly jumping towards it. You need to prepare yourself. It's like you want to drive a Ferrari, right? And you drive a Ferrari directly. मेरे को गाड़ी चलाना Ferrari, but you can't drive Ferrari directly. First, you need to learn how to drive, then jump to Ferrari. Ferrari tracks are very zigzag. You can't drive. थोड़ा accelerate तो निकल जाता है, and then you end up in an accident. This is what's going to happen. If you don't learn to drive on a straight road, then you won't be able to drive Ferrari. Ferrari definitely we want to drive once we are expert. That's the whole goal, right? So focus on how. How do I do that? And for that, you need to So for that, you should be doing it. If you try to jump directly to AI, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Simply, it's not going to work. You need to upscale your basic skills, and those skills you have already learned in your curriculum. So if you directly jump to the AI, you will definitely fall somewhere. You need to focus more on this first. What are they? Skills. What are the skills? Your basic technology that you are learning right now, any programming language that you are learning that can be compatible with AI tools, that you have to skill first. So these are things which you are already doing it. Python, Java, no matter for Excel also. Excel is very powerful. Use those skills, basic skills, master yourself. Practice, go back to your skills. Practice, go back to your skills. Practice. If these two things are not done, you will be in trouble. You can't go to AI tools, start using AI tools. It's not possible. You need to first master your basic skills. So this is what I'm trying to say, that you need to focus on your basic skills. If you're strong in that, then you can easily adapt tools. There are multiple tools. In industry right now, there are two, you can say those who are pursuing for higher studies. They are scientists, they become data scientists, research scientists. These are the engineers who actually design AI tools. And mass production, mass recruitments are happening on implementation of this AI. So we come from that background. AI tools are already there. There is a huge demand. There is a huge demand to implement this AI tool into the organization, into any company. This is where you're gonna get huge opportunity for your jobs, I'll tell you. AI tools are there. Some engineers, they have already made some AI tools, and there is a separate fintech companies who are focused on generating, building AI tools. Anthropic is one of them. But once we these tools, how do we implement? This is a job of an engineer. The implementation job is also a challenge. And for that, you should understand what exactly the tools, which tools you should use. Which tool for this particular problem will solve. So we'll take you through some fundamentals, how to go about it. So I would request Himakshi to come and explain them how you should start AI journey. Okay, what are the technologies that you should be brushing yourself before you become ready for AI? Himakshi.
Thank you, Rizwan sir. मैं नो यहाँ पे फर्स्ट ईयर एआई वाले कौन है, डिप्लोमा वाले कौन है? आप लोग का पिंक आईडी इज फर्स्ट ईयर. सो कुछ साल पहले भी 4-5 साल पहले आई वाज हियर. आज यहाँ पे रूम में आते हुए मेरे को नॉस्टैल्जिया हो गया कि मेरे को भी जब कॉलेज में था, हम लोग भी फर्स्ट बैच से डेटा साइंस के हमारे कॉलेज से, तो वी यूज्ड टू जोकिंगली कॉल आवरसेल्व्स कि एक्सपेरिमेंटल बैच है. तो कोई भी आता था, कोई भी कुछ बोल के रहता था, ऐसे लैब रैट्स जैसे हमको साइंटिस्ट को जा मारते थे. तो फर्स्ट फ्यू इयर्स इट वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस. हम लोग के लिए बहुत मुश्किल था क्योंकि सीनियर्स नहीं थे. तो हमें क्या करना है, डीएसए करना है, एआई करना है, हम हमारे फील्ड में कुछ करना है. देयर वाज बहुत ज्यादा ही कंफ्यूजन था. एंड टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, सेकंड थर्ड के आफ्टर नोइंग सो मच फ्रॉम सो वन, कि कोई आके कुछ बोल रहा है, कोई आके कुछ बोल रहा है, वी वर मेंटली ड्रेन्ड कि करना क्या है, क्यों करना है, बाहर सैंडविच वाला कितना कमा रहा है, हम ये क्यों करें. So there's a lot of stuff going on in our mind, and so this would be very helpful for you all. But जो भी डिप्लोमा करके निकल रहे हैं, उनके लिए भी ये काफी काम की चीज है. तो जैसे रिजवान सर ने बताया कि हम तो रिसर्चर्स नहीं हैं, हम नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं हार्वर्ड स्टैनफोर्ड में. We don't need to get into the complex integrals and mathematics जो हमें करना है. हम इम्प्लीमेंटर्स हैं, हम ऑन ग्राउंड चीजें बना रहे हैं जो लोग के काम आने वाली है. So first of all, we need to take pride of ourselves in that कि हाँ, हम अपने हाथ गंदे करने को तैयार हैं. Secondly, जो AI कर वो एक खाई, वो दूसरे साइड में, हम यहाँ पे हमारे बीच खाई है. हमें वहाँ पे जंप नहीं कर सकते वरना हम गिर जाएंगे नीचे और कुछ नहीं होगा हमारा. We need to build a bridge and how to build that bridge. These are the two main things which personally have helped me quite a lot in my journey from being a data science student to someone who's implementing some sort of AI in an actual industry. So पहली चीज Python. अभी आप लोग, I'll take your opinion. आप लोग कौन सी languages use करते हैं in your daily college life या कुछ भी? Python, Java, C++. Cool. These are very good languages. So हर एक लैंग्वेज का एक यूज भी होता है. जावा इज यूज्ड इन मेनी कंपनीज फॉर डेवलपमेंट बिकॉज़ ऑफ oops and इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड. C++ यूज फॉर गुड मेमोरी एलोकेशन. पाइथन में वो सब नहीं है. पाइथन बहुत स्लो है. पाइथन में आप मेमोरी एलोकेशन और मेमोरी में ज्यादा काम नहीं कर सकते. बट पाइथन इज द गो टू लैंग्वेज फॉर एआई एंड एमएल एंड डेटा साइंस, बिकॉज़ एआई में डेटा आपका दोस्त है. यू नीड टू मास्टर हाउ टू यूज योर डेटा, क्या करना है आपको आपके डेटा के साथ. पाइथन is the best for that. Python के multiple libraries है, NumPy, Pandas, TensorFlow, etc. आपको भी मालूम रहेगा. पहले वो मास्टर कीजिए Python को कि मेरे को Python में काम करना है. That is the most important for me. And logic आपका बिल्ड होने ही वाला है. आप जैसे ही करेंगे कोई भी लैंग्वेज को लर्न. तो शिफ्टिंग, I learned my whole college life Python only, but मेरे को जॉब में Java यूज करना पड़ा. Not that big of a deal for me. Syntax समझ जाएगा भी, हम सब स्मार्ट ही हैं. So after learning Python, after mastering the logic, classical ML algorithms. Now we've all been in engineering or diploma engineering, so हमें मैथ से डर नहीं लगता है जैसा इको वाले बच्चे लोग को लगता है, कॉमर्स वाले लोग को. So जो क्लासिक ML है वो बेसिक मैथमेटिक्स यूज करने वाला है. जो स्लोप ऑफ लाइन है, ग्रेडियंट डिसेंट है, बहुत बेसिक चीज है, which is very easy to comprehend, especially for you all, and it was even for me. तो क्लासिकल एमएल एल्गोरिथम्स, लॉजिस्टिक रिग्रेशन, लीनियर रिग्रेशन, बाइनरी ट्रीज, ये सब तो आपको करना ही है. वंस यू हैव डन दीस टू थिंग्स ना, यू विल गेन अ लॉट ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस. उसके बाद आपके पास बहुत सारे रोड्स आते हैं. मेरे को डीप लर्निंग करना है, मेरे को कुछ इंप्लीमेंटेशन करना है, मेरे को रैपर्स बनाने हैं. दैट इज योर चॉइस, यू आर फ्री टू एक्सप्लोर. बट दीस टू थिंग्स विल ओपन अ वर्ल्ड ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर यू, एंड दिस वाज व्हाट वाज हेल्पफुल फॉर मी. एंड जब मैं भी कॉलेज में था, बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट्स राकुटेन से, डेलॉइट से, गोल्डमैन से आके बोलते थे कि ये करो, वो करो. एंड मैं ये बोलते थे कि अपना एक प्रोजेक्ट बनाओ, जैसे साहिल ने बताया, एक ऐसे एकदम फाड़ू प्रोजेक्ट बनाओ. फिर मैंने बहुत बार पूछा कि सर आपका प्रोजेक्ट क्या था, तो वो छुपा के रखते थे कि नहीं मैं नहीं बताऊंगा, फिर तुम मेरा जॉब ले ले. तो आई डोंट नो व्हाट वाज दैट, इट इज वेरी इम्पॉसिबल. but I will give you a very good project that been implementing at an industrial level, ताकि थोड़ा आइडिया आपको मिले कि आपको हटके क्या करना है. So I'm pretty sure आप लोग को ड्यूज कलेक्शन मालूम होगा क्या होता है. हिंदी में वसूली बोलते हैं उसको. So किसी ने भी लोन लिया होता है तो लोन एजेंट्स कॉल करते हैं और कॉल करके परेशान करते हैं कि लोन भरिए. So कंपनी में भी वी हैव अ ड्यूज का प्रॉब्लम. सो क्लाइंट्स से हमको रिकवरी करनी होती है ड्यूज की, जो उनकी पेंडिंग ड्यूज है. सो एक फ्लीट रखना ऑफ पीपल. सो आप इंडस्ट्री के साइड से भी सोचिए ना कि मैं इतने सारे लोगों को रखूं, उनके लिए ऑफिस बनाऊं, उनके अलग ट्रेनिंग देने का खर्चा, उनको रखने का खर्चा, सैलरीज एक्सेट्रा. और इंडिया एक बहुत बड़ा स्टेट है, यहाँ कंट्री है, यहाँ पे मल्टीपल स्टेट्स, मल्टीपल लैंग्वेजेस है. आप में से कोई मराठी, गुजराती, हिंदी जो भी बोलता है. सो वैसे वैसे अलग अलग भाषाओं में भी हमें लोग रखने पड़ते थे कोऑर्डिनेट करने के लिए. सो टू स्ट्रीमलाइन दैट प्रोसेस, उसको ऑटोमेट करने के लिए हमने एक बॉट बनाया. तो आपको मैं एक बेसिक ओवरव्यू डायग्राम देता हूँ कि हमने किया क्या है, सो यू गेट एन आइडिया व्हाट टू डू. हमने एक बॉट बनाया, हमने एक एलएलएम यूज किया और एक इंजन लगाया जिसमें हमने उसको उसके रूल्स समझा, उसके ह्यूरिस्टिक समझा, देखो करना क्या है, देखो लोन के लिए कंफर्मेशन लेना, ठीक है. फिर हमने ट्रांसक्रिप्ट लिए, मतलब जो एक्चुअली कॉल हो रहे हैं हम लोग के करंटली, और पहले वाले सब लिए, सबको रिकॉर्ड किया, सबको ट्रांसक्रिप्ट किया एंड वो बॉट को दे दिया कि तू सुन, तू पढ़ उसने क्या किया, क्या गलती की, कैसे सही किया, उसने कैसे रिकवर किया, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. वो एलएलएम है, वो खुद ही लर्न करता है. इतना एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी तो रिसर्चर्स ने हमने कर दिया, हमें उनका फायदा है, हमने जो किया है. आफ्टर डूइंग दैट हमने टेस्ट यूजर्स पे उसको लगाया मल्टीपल लैंग्वेजेस में. एंड ये कस्टमर भी आते हैं, कोई समझो आप कॉल करके इसको बता रहे मैं तो कंगाल हो गया, मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, ये वो. सो एक आइडिया था तो वो बस बोलता नो यू आर ओवर 10,000 रुपीज, 5,000 रुपीज. ये वैसा नहीं करते हैं. अगर किसने कुछ भी उल्टा सीधा जवाब दिया, टेढ़ा मेढ़ा जो एज के सिनेरियो टेस्ट किया, ये एज ए ह्यूमन ही उससे कन्वर्ट करेगा कि अच्छा आप नहीं दे सकते हैं तो बाद में बताइए, आप कभी देख सकते हैं. एक अलग पेमेंट शेड्यूल रखता है आपके लिए निकालना. सो सामने वाले को काफी हद तक लगता है कि ये ह्यूमन ही बात कर रहा है, आदमी बात कर रहा है मुझसे. सो हमने ऐसा बनाया और मल्टीपल लैंग्वेजेस में था, तो वो एलिमिनेट हो गया नीड इतने सारे लोगों को रखने का, बिकॉज एक बॉट काम करेगा इसका. सो आफ्टर ऑल दिस वो जो बात किया है वो उसके बाद वापस जाएगा और वो वापस सीखेगा कि उसने क्या गलत किया, क्या सही किया, एंड लर्न करेगा. तो इसको एक फीडबैक लूप बोलते हैं हम लोग. जो any ML model, any bot will always learn and repeat what is done. That is basically what AI is. आप अपनी गलती से सीखिए, आप वापस करें, अपनी गलती से सीखिए, वापस करें. Unsupervised learning. So this is a good, amazing example of what we have done. And जैसे मैंने बोला कि आपको एक अलग प्रोजेक्ट बनाना है. अभी वो अलग प्रोजेक्ट क्या है, आप अपने आसपास कोई पेन पॉइंट्स आइडेंटिफाई करिए एंड आप उस पे ही कुछ बने. आपको कुछ फुटबॉल पसंद है, आप देखिए, आपको डेटा सेट कहीं पे भी बहुत सारा मिल जाएगा. मैं आपको खुद आगे भी एग्जांपल दूंगा कैसे कर सकते हैं. इफ यू आर कंफ्यूज्ड, स्पेशली फॉर द फर्स्ट ईयर या फिर डिप्लोमा स्टूडेंट हु वांट टू पिवट राइट नाउ कि क्या कैसे स्टार्ट कैसे करें. इफ यू हैवंट ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड, दिस इज अ वेरी गुड गिटहब रिपोजिटरी. वी विल बी शेयरिंग द लिंक एंड पीपीटी विद यू. इसमें बेसिक से लेके जहाँ पे बेसिक मैथमेटिक्स है एकदम स्टार्टिंग वाला, वहां से लेके प्रॉपर एक एआई एजेंट बनाना, RAGs बनाना, इस सब ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स बनाना, आपको सब सिखाएगा ये. एट व्हाटएवर पेस यू वांट, व्हाटएवर इसमें ट्यूटोरियल्स है, उसमें आर्टिकल्स है, उसमें रिसोर्सेज है, सब कुछ है इसमें. यू कैन चेक दैट आउट. एंड इफ नॉट, सो एक बार अभी ओवरव्यू ले लेते हैं. हमने जो बात किया, आपने जो इतना पेशेंटली बैठ के सुन रहे हैं, थैंक यू सो मच. सो वी जस्ट टेक अ ब्रीफ समरी ऑफ व्हाट वी टोल्ड टिल नाउ. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, ऑडिट योर रेज्यूमे. आपका रेज्यूमे, आपको मालूम है कोई एचआर के पहले, कोई टेक्निकल बंदे के पहले कंप्लीटली रिजेक्ट कर देता है. सो आपको अपना रेज्यूमे ऐसा बनाना है कि वो ATS स्कोर तो पास करे ही करे, उसके बाद ही कोई ह्यूमन देखेगा और आपको कॉल बैक करेगा कि आप आइए हमारे यहाँ पे इंटरव्यू दीजिए. फर्स्ट थिंग, ऑडिट योर रेज्यूमे, मेक इट सॉलिड, एकदम फुल प्रूफ बनेंगे. सेकंड, DSA चालू करिए. DSA इज व्हाट बिल्ड्स योर फाउंडेशनल लॉजिक. तो आप कुछ भी करेंगे ना, उसमें जो लॉजिक बिल्ड होता है, AI ऑटोमेशन कुल भी लॉजिक जो है DSA परफेक्ट करता है. एंड कंसिस्टेंसी इज बेटर देन इंटेंसिटी. आप 30 दिन प्रैक्टिस करें, 1 महीना, 1 साल प्रैक्टिस करें, That is much better than आप एक दिन पहले ही सब learn कर लो. उससे काम नहीं चलता कभी भी. After this, use open source tools, use demos, tutorials to strengthen AI and automation because यही future है. And being in industry, I can tell you कि यही future है. For the foreseeable future, यही है. And this is what you need to strengthen. And very important thing is networking. जैसा साहिल ने बोला hackathons जाइए. उनसे भी मेरा खुद का जो जॉब लगा है वो हैकाथॉन के थ्रू ही लगा है. हैकाथॉन जाइए, टेक इवेंट्स जाइए, आप अपने एलुमनाई से नेटवर्क करिए बिकॉज़ दैट इज एक्सट्रीमली हेल्पफुल. वो आपको रेफरेंस देंगे और टेक में सब बहुत हेल्पफुल होते हैं. एंड जो रिसोर्सेज हैं तो थोड़े रिसोर्सेज हमने यहाँ लिखे हैं. रोड मैप, फ्री कोड कैंप, ड्राइवर शीट, दीज ऑल यू नो. एंड जो कैगल है दिस इज एक्सट्रीमली वेरी गुड फॉर एआई क्योंकि यहाँ पे बहुत सारे कॉम्पिटिशंस और डेटा सोर्सेज रहते हैं. आपके पास डेटा है तो आपके पास पावर है आपको जो चाहिए करने का. If you want, I can give you a few data sources that have personally helped me. For example, IMDb का 50,000 movies and users का list है. तो आप Netflix जैसा recommendation engine बना सकते हैं कि कौन से यूजर को क्या देखना पसंद आएगा. This is just one example. You can आपको जो चाहिए उस चीज का आपको डेटा मिलेगा. Sports, movies, entertainment, finance, COVID, healthcare. Every data point is present here. So I would again thank you so much for being a good audience and being so patient and hearing us out. I hope we are able to teach you something if we inspire you. I would like to hand over the mic to Mr. Rizwan so that he can conclude.
Great. So, dear students, in the entire presentation, if कुछ समझ में नहीं आया तो at least take these two words in your mind after the conclusion. One is that you should try playwright. I personally feel that it's a very open source, easily can be done by anything. Just study and it can be done in a couple of days time. And second is the airflow. These two things, at least if you can do, at least you will have some good weightage of industrial use cases that you can do, put it in your resume. So I would request that go back, study these two technologies, which is readily available on the internet. Take some use cases, try to build your own use cases if possible, and put it in your resume. At least that will definitely help you to strengthen your resume. This is very important, guys. Okay, I hope this session helped you. And if any doubts, questions are there, you can ask us. We are there for 10-15 minutes more. Yeah, sir. Okay. Oh, so it. Okay. So yeah, that's it from our side. I hope it was a good experience for you all, and you can get in touch. We'll share this PPT with Nimkan sir, so he will give it to you. All the links is important here, so you can go through it. One thing, please make sure that you need to practice. Computer is all about practicing. If you just read, it won't help you. Practice makes perfect. It puts in your mind. See what I said, the fundamentals are. So I would request, I done practice. Whenever we used to read something, we used to practice. Then only the fundamentals gets clear. Otherwise, it will not help you. Whatever I spoke right now, it will not help you till the time you don't practice. Computer is all about practice. That's it from our side. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for such an insightful, interactive, and inspiring session. Your guidance has truly helped our students understand how AI and automation are shaping the future of technology career. I now request Mr. Kanda Kumaran, sir, lecturer, Department of Information Technology, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Department of Information Technology and Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning Department, I extend my warm and gratitude to everyone who contributed to the success of today's expert talk on Thrive with AI and Automation. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Rizwan Khan, sir, for his invaluable time and expertise. I also thank the distinguished guests Nidhi, Himakshi, and Sahil, who accompanied him today. Your expertise added value to this session. I express my sincere gratitude to our respected principal, Professor P.N. Tennant sir and Vice Principal Professor J.K. Patil sir for his constant encouragement and support in organizing such industry-oriented programs. I also thank our head of the department, Professor Rajit Pawar sir, for his constant guidance and motivation. My sincere thanks to our respected trainee and placement officer, Dr. Saminika sir, for organizing this expert talk and providing students with valuable industry exposure. I also thank all the faculty members present here, Professor Satish Kale sir, Professor Sandeep Shinde sir, and Professor Saminika sir, Samir Mulik sir, very sorry. Finally, I appreciate all the students for their active participation, which made this session interactive and meaningful. Once again, I thank everyone for making this program a grand success. Thank you all.
I would request just be seated. We'll take a selfie right now. So everyone, cheers. Thank you. Thank you.
एक मिनट एक इंस्ट्रक्शन है, जिन्होंने अपना नाम आइडिया जनरेशन के लिए दिया है वो यहाँ पे रुको। एन के कुछ बच्चे हैं और आईएफ के बच्चे हैं, आईएफ के भी बच्चे, वो रुको, बाकी लोग जा सकते हैं।